Let's go to our guest.
I want to
line.
ask something. Is your jersey retired at Ludden yet?
No, you know that our team was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I don't know, but I'm
over
asking
the
you.
summer.
Was yours? No. Okay.
No.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Let's bring on the great Jimmy Lee. Is set to have his number 10 jersey retired February 21st inside the Dome against North Carolina. Jim, it's great to have you on. Congratulations on the honor. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm sorry I'm laughing.
No, it's okay. It was, that's what he brings to the show, a little comic relief. So that's okay. That's why we have him on here. All right. So tell us about this honor. I guess, it's kind of a two-part question. How did you find out, and what does this mean to you?
Well, I actually found out, it was a couple months ago, actually. I got a phone call from John Wildhack. And, I happened to be in Wegmans. I took it because I saw it was him. And he told me, and we did tell him, he goes, but you can't say anything until we announce it. So I'm just going like, oh, man. I got him in. He goes, I think I was almost in tears.
I bet.
And what's it mean to me? I mean, it's great. I mean, it's an honor to be up there with guys like Dave Bing and Dennis Duval and all the ones who played for Boeheim and stuff. And I know Rudy feels the same way because him and I have talked about it. And it's great that it's great. I don't know what else to say.
We've seen a couple of these situations with teammates having their jerseys retired together, right? Louie and Bowie, and we saw it with Jerry McNamara and Hakeem Warwick. You get to share the experience with Rudy Hackett. Have you two talked about that? And I guess, what does it mean to you to have him kind of, to go into the rafters at the same time as Rudy Hackett?
Well, yeah, actually, I mean, Rudy and we've actually discussed it before it ever happened, and we both came to the conclusion if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. And now, since it is happening, I mean, I think it's great we're going together because after our freshman year, when everybody just got there, I mean, Rudy and I were roommates for the last 3 years, and so we've remained close. We talked to each other along with Steve Shaw. Because the three of us came in together, but we all stay in touch with each other. So that's kind of cool that after 55 years, I mean, we're still friends, and even if we don't talk to each other for a couple of months, pick up the phone, it's like we're still in school. I mean, that's kind of what guys do, isn't it?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and that's great to hear. And when you look back, Jim, on your time at SU and your time playing with Rudy, what comes to mind? I mean, everybody in the Syracuse community remembers the Final Four, but is that the number one memory for you? Is there something else that comes to mind?
I think what comes to mind is like I mentioned earlier, like Steve and I and Rudy came in 1971 together, and we spent 4 years together, and we had 4 really good years. I mean, we went to the NCAA tournament 3 of those 4 years. But back then, you had to play freshman ball. I mean, it's not like these kids nowadays. They play on AAU teams. They play more times before they get to college than we played in our whole college career. And I mean, and we got better. I mean, this as coaching afterwards and just working my whole life. You're supposed to get better each year, and that's the one thing I liked about as a team, we all improved each year. Individually, I know I got so much better my freshman year to my sophomore to junior, and junior to senior, and even I got so much better at the beginning of my senior year to like the middle of my senior year and on. And Rudy's been consistent the whole time. I mean, Rudy was, after Dave Bing, when they picked up Dennis Duval, I mean, and as far as I'm concerned, Dennis is still like it's Dave Bing and Dennis in the backcourt as far as individual talents and players. And Rudy came on the heels of Dennis. I mean, they were at least bigger names recruit. I mean, let's face it, when I came in, I was Mike Lee's younger brother. And I think if I go back to some of the press releases I heard, I was a slow, skinny white kid from Kirkwood that was Mike's brother. So to me, though, and I know that I improved. When I left my senior year, I know I was playing as good as or better than anybody in the country. and I think that's what I remember the most, even about anything else. I got to a level because I played my best basketball against the best teams, getting to the Final Four, and it's kind of cool from a slow, skinny white kid from Kirkwood, New York. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. Well said.
That's how you were described. How would you, if you gave a scouting report on Rudy Hackett, what would it be?
If I gave one on Rudy, he does it like 6'9", like 220, and he's still the same. He still weighs the same. He's still in great shape. But he doesn't make many mistakes. You can't leave him alone, because he's going to make a play if he gets the ball down low, whether it's him scoring or making a pass to an open man. Does everything defensively, boxing out. One of the things that always cracked me up about Rudy is, I would check I check the papers and the stats and who goes up and up, but I knew just what I read in the paper the other day that Rudy's numbers his senior year were better than anybody that's hanging in the rafters, except for Billy Owens. I think scored 1 point per game more his senior or last year, and somebody else said, no, I think that's all it was. As far as rebounding his last year, I think he's still has the most rebounds per game his last year playing. So his numbers were always there. So Rudy was always consistent day in and day out. And heck, I still remember like it was yesterday, like the North Carolina game when we played them in the East Regionals. And we came in at halftime. I think we were down 1 or 2 points, something like that. And Coach Danforth comes in, and he just comes in at halftime going, "Fellows, we have just won this ball game. This is an even game, and Rudy has yet to score a basket. We've won the game. Now the only thing we got to do is just go out and do it." It's like, okay, that's cool. We will. And that's all. But that's all we thought. It's like, geez, that makes a lot of sense. Rudy hasn't scored, and it's an even game. And things happen to go our way at the end. So, no, Rudy's a scout player. If you looked at him, every single team would have to, they got to key on Rudy. But then again, if they keyed on Rudy with our team, everybody could shoot at our team. So you couldn't really double them too much because I could shoot, Jimmy Williams could shoot, Chris Cease could shoot, Stevie Shaw could shoot. You couldn't leave Ernie Siebert alone because Ernie, if he gets the ball down low, he's going to make a basket. He can make a 15-footer. And we had the same thing with guys coming off the bench. So Rudy was the key to our team, definitely. And it's a pleasure going up with him, and I think he should have been up there a long, long time ago.
Yeah, here's a stat line from his senior year, Steve. 22 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's wild.
That is wild.
You'd take that in a second, right?
100%.
If Steve had those numbers, he'd be up in London.
That's right, exactly, yes. That's a very good point. All right, Jim, I got to ask you about this year's team. I'm sure you've been watching. What do you make of this group that you've seen so far this year through 10 games?
I love how they play. I went up and watched them 3 or 4 times this summer. They're all nice kids. They play hard as can be. And what's their record now? 6-4. They should be 8-2.
Right.
And it's no secret. They gave 2 games away by their woes at the foul line. It's just you can't hide it.
Yeah.
And but I love how they play. They play hard to the end. So whether they win or lose, and even though they're having foul shooting woes, they don't quit. And there's been a few teams in the past few years which I think they quit and didn't let up. And I know back in the 70s and all through the years as Syracuse kept getting better and better. Even when we played with Coach Danforth, we were known for playing hard the whole time. Roy's runs. And that was one thing, whether we won or lost, even if we got beat, we played hard right to the final buzzer. And as long as they do that, you can't get on the kids. But I hope they can fix their foul shooting woes. And if they can't, unfortunately, I think they're going to lose a lot more games that are close because that's a key component.
Now, we talked about the fact that you are such a good free throw shooter, and we're such a good free throw shooter as a player, 86% in your career. It must kill you to watch what they're doing at the line right now, worst in the country. How does one improve free throw shooting during the season? Like if you were Adrian Autry, or you could be the coach for a day or the coach for the rest of the season for that matter. How do you fix free throw shooting? Can you fix free throw shooting in season?
Yeah, you can. I mean, and as far as I'm concerned, all those kids have good form. I mean, Will Kyles is a little off a little. I mean, but his is just a matter. He has a good setup when he gets to the foul line, but all somebody's got to tell him, he goes, from this point, just straighten your arm out. I mean, he is an adult. Just say, straighten your arm out. And if you can straighten your arm out, that's all he has to do at the foul line. And he would improve immensely. But I know that they're working with him every day because I saw him up there doing it. And one of my friends that says what they got to do with Will is they got to get him in a barroom dart league. Because all it is straightening your arm out. Your elbow and your forearm and your hand is straight. And I said, gee, that's a good idea. I mean, as far as like the rest of them, they all, I think number 10, the kid from Georgia Tech, he's a little off on his form. But everybody else has pretty good form, and I think somehow it's mentally. I mean, I know with J.J. Starlin, he's got a little hitch, but I'm hoping that somebody would say, take a video of the 2 jump shots he made against Tennessee at the end of the game to help win that game. And if you remember those 2 shots, he caught the ball and just went up and shot it.
Right.
There was no hitch or anything. It was a perfect shot on each one. He just has to look at them and picture it in his mind and say, that's what I have to do. But I think he's thinking too much. And if I was the coach, I would tell JJ, don't stand behind the top of the key. When you get fouled, you just go there, stand right at the foul line, and your thought process should be, here comes 2 more points for me.
Yeah.
And I know that was easy for me because when I was a kid, I just started shooting. I shot 100 foul shots a day. Now, I know that in this day and age, all kids want to do is shoot 3-pointers and dunk the ball. And it doesn't matter how good you are. That's because shooting foul shots is boring until you happen to be at the foul line at the end of the game, and it means win or lose, and like all the fans are going to see, well, he won the game or he lost the game. And everybody knows that if you miss one at the end, you didn't lose that game because there's so many things that happen over the course of 40 minutes. It's not one play. But you can get yourself out of situations where it doesn't come to one play. Yeah. But no, I mean, every one of them, it's got to be, I mean, like the other night when they played St. Joe's, I mean, Tyler Betsy and Nate Kings are their best players. They were 2 for 10, best shooters. They're 2 for 10 from the foul line.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody on you. There's nobody hitting you, pushing you, or a hand in your face. It's just you're there by yourself. It's free. And like I say, everybody likes to score points. I don't, like from this point on, hey, when practice is over, they have access to the Mello Center the whole time now. If you didn't shoot 100 foul shots in practice, go have your dinner and come back after you study or do whatever and shoot 100 foul shots and make them so you know where you're at. But the more you shoot, I mean, my whole thought process, because I shot so many foul shots, I knew how to do it. But in high school or in college, and even afterwards when I played wherever I played, anytime there was a technical foul shot in the game, I shot it. And I don't think I ever missed a technical foul shot. And even at the end of the game, I don't think I ever missed a foul shot that meant something during a game. But my thought process when I went there, even though I knew that the game would be on the line or something like this, it's like I had one thought process. Just bend your knees and follow through, and the rest will fall into place because I've done it so many times before.
Right, repetition.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what they're thinking, but right, they should have a process to do. But I know I feel bad for JJ. He's such a nice kid. But it's almost like when you're standing 10 feet behind the foul line where the ref's waiting to give you the ball, it's like, to me, it's like, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But that's not, you can't think like that. You have to think, I'm going to make these and I get 2 shots. I got 2 more points that are going to add to my bottom line.
Yeah.
And I'm doing nothing for them. But I mean, I don't know what their thought process is or if they have confidence being there. I mean, I knew when I went to the foul line, I didn't make them all, but I knew I was going to make them all.
Oh, you made 86% of them. That's pretty good.
I know but that's still 14% more room for improvement.
I guess so.
I mean, you gotta look at it that way.
Yeah. It does seem like it's mental, though. I think there's no doubt about it. It does seem like it's mental with this team. Jim, we're running short on time, but I saw a question in the chat. I know I've asked you this before on the air, but for the purposes of those listening today, somebody wanted to know what it was like having Jim Boeheim as an assistant coach. So I don't know if you could share with us what it was like working with him, as an assistant on that 75 team.
I mean, Boeheim was fine. We had Tommy Green and Boeheim were our assistant coaches, and they all had their functions on the team. And I do remember a quick story. I can tell this quickly. I know mid-season my senior year, I had a little shooting slump, and I don't know. I think it happened sometime around my dad got in an accident, and things just weren't going right. And for some reason, I couldn't make a jump shot, but I couldn't make it when in practice. And I went like 2 or 3 games, and it's like I was just a little off. So one day I went to Coach Boeheim, and he goes, "Hey, Coach, can you? I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what it is. Can you just check it out after practice?" And so we go down the other end of the court, and he just said, he goes, "Jim, just hold your follow through, like say for 2 seconds when you shoot." So I just went like foul line extended back and forth, and I take a shot and I hold my follow through just out there for like 1,001, 1,002. So I hit like 5 or 10 in a row, and then I just kept shooting and doing it. I shot for about, I think, 10 minutes. I didn't miss one. He goes, "I think you corrected your problem." And then I went, he goes, "Why didn't you tell me that sooner?" He goes, "Well," he goes, "you didn't ask." I go, "But you're the coach. You should have told me." But and then from that point on, though, that's when all of a sudden I went on a tear, and I thought every single shot I took, I was going to make, no matter where it was from. A layup, mid-range, they had a three-pointer. If they had a three-point shot, I believe that I would have shot the same percentage as whatever I shot with a two-point, because if I wouldn't have taken the shot if I didn't think I could make it. If I was out past the three-point line, if I didn't think it felt good, I wouldn't have shot just for the sake of shooting. I wanted to make sure every shot I took, I thought I was going to make.
Well, Jim, it's a pleasure catching up with you. We're so glad that you're going to be honored in this way alongside Rudy Hackett, February 21st inside the Dome. Congratulations again on the honor. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and we'll see you inside the Dome in February.
Well, thank you very much, and keep looking for that film on my jump shot against North Carolina, because what you sent me did not show up. It was one I already saw.
Yeah, that's what I told Tim. So we got to keep looking. We'll keep looking for you, Jim.
Okay.
All right, be well.
Merry Christmas.
All right, you as well. Jim Lee joining us here on the show. We got to take a quick time out here. We'll check in on the market, and then down to Dakota coming up at 1 o'clock. Back